So there are many times during the year when we want to make sure that we're leaving space to kind of take a minute, look at our business, make sure we're on track for where we want to be. So in this video, I'm going to share exactly how to do that. This is the process that I do at the end of each quarter and during the mid-year, so the middle of the year, to make sure that we are going to finish out the year strong and stay on track with our goals. Stay tuned. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stefanie Lugo, and welcome to this channel where I am obsessed with helping you build the business and lifestyle of your dreams. If you're into that kind of thing, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time I'm dropping new videos just like this. So for me, every year seems to go by faster than the last, and one thing that I noticed in our early days in real estate is that you could get so close to what it is you're working on in the day-to-day that you completely lose sight of where you wanted your business to end up, right? We are always really big believers in business planning, and every year I'm spending a lot of time to build out a great business plan for our business. And over time, it can be really easy to find yourself straying off track because, I don't know, maybe there's like a worldwide pandemic, or maybe you have family life changes, or maybe your market shifts in unexpected ways. So there are so many different reasons that we want to make sure that we are taking stock of where we're at and where we want to be, making sure that we can correct course if needed. So I do this process at the end of every quarter, all right? So it's like the last Friday of the quarter. I have it in Asana as a reoccurring event, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to spend a few hours to do a quick check-in. And then I'm also doing this as a little lengthier of a process during mid-year, so right at the end of Q2 in the end of June. Depending on when you're watching this, I'm actually recording this right before I take on this process of mid-year planning. So I figured it was a great topic for a video, and I really hope that you take the time to follow along with me here. Okay, so number one, we're going to record our leads and deals. All right, we have to figure out where we've been so far. And if you've watched any of my last videos, I talk about proper goal setting here, and I also discuss proper metrics that matter here. So if you haven't watched those may be worth a gander as well, just to make sure that we're on course and we're all on the same page of what I'm talking about. But we really want to make sure that we're getting a pulse of where we're at in our business, and the best way to do this is just to get a written record of all of the deals we have closed and have an escrow, and all of the leads that we have generated so far this year or this quarter, depending on when you're doing this process. Now here's the thing with recording your leads and your deals. Those are both actually lagging measures, meaning they are the results that happen from leading measures, like different activities that you're taking, okay? So if we're talking about leading measures, that's actually the conversations that you're having every day or the actions that you're doing to produce the results that ultimately evolve into lagging measures. And I know it kind of gets into the weeds. I explain it a little bit more in the Metrics That Matter video, so check that out too. But it's really important to understand this, and this is why so many agents might find themselves doing this, porpoising during the year, right? Because they feel really busy in, say, Q1 or Q2. During the spring months, they're like having all the conversations, they're doing their open houses, they're prospecting heavy. And then as they get busy with those deals, they're still working hard, right? They're working like 40, 50-hour weeks, but they're not doing the things that actually produce those results in the first place. And so summer comes, the end of summer comes, holidays come, and they are chasing their tail, trying to start their business back up from scratch when they should be closing out the year really strong. So get a record of your leads and deals. Make sure that it also reflects what you're doing day to day to make sure that you're generating those opportunities for yourself. Now we're going to compare that to the goals that we set for ourselves at the beginning of the year. How are we looking, right? Like, are we on pace? There's a couple things that we want to kind of consider here. So seasonality is going to be one factor, right? Many agents tend to do the bulk of their business during Q2 and Q3. This is not so much the case for me in Phoenix. Q1, that's our most busiest time of the year. So you need to determine this for your own market. And you need to make sure that if you wanted to close, say, 20 deals during the year, you might have to make sure you're doing 7 or 8 of those during Q2 to make sure that you're going to make up for any slower seasons just due to seasonality in your market. The third thing that we're doing is we're identifying 3 things that we just rocked out at and 3 things that we definitely dropped the ball. And you're probably not gonna have to look far, right? Because every year we have this like burst of energy, we're really inspired and motivated to just take on the world. Inevitably, some things are gonna fall off the plate, and that's totally fine, right? Like the only person creating rules here for how your business needs to look is you. And so if we are identifying things that we did really well, we're gonna take time to celebrate that, right? Really acknowledge that, take a moment to feel it, pat yourself on the back and be like, man, I am such a rock star real estate agent. Yes, you are. Then we want to get serious. Which things are we falling short at? It's okay. Sometimes we fall short at things, and I know that for me, there's a lot of marketing activities, a lot of new initiatives that I want to start every year, and something happens, right? Like I get way busier than I thought I would be, or we have childcare issues where I have to spend a lot more time at home than I was anticipating. Like something's always going to happen, and that's the beauty of life. So we want to identify which things kind of fell through the cracks and then reschedule them into the following quarter, right? We're just going to make sure that we're creating a little more space, adding some intention into the way that we are going to operate in the next 90 days to kind of cover whatever we may have dropped there. Remember, this is not a time for judgment. We're assessing. We are assessing where we're at, not judging us for how much we may have sucked in the last 90 days. It's not the point. Okay, so make sure you have those 3 items scheduled in for the next 90 days that we want to make sure that we're paying more attention at. And the next part is that we're also going to plan out the next quarter's marketing activities. Now in the Market Authority Academy, we actually do this by the year. So we do a big blanket marketing plan throughout the year, and I help you with this. So I help you identify exactly how you need to be showing up and exactly what you need to be saying to generate as many opportunities as possible. So if you need a little help in that arena, I'm here for you. You can definitely book a time with me. All of those details are below, and we will discuss how I can help you double or triple or even quadruple your business this year with the right marketing strategies for the modern agent. But if you're doing this on your own DIY, that's totally cool too. This is your time to make sure that you are planning out, like physically putting it in your calendar, which marketing tasks you are going to accomplish in the next 90 days. Now, if this is June, if it's mid-year for you and you're wanting to really excel this year, go ahead and plan out the whole next 6 months. You can do it. It's not going to take much longer. And I actually do this in Asana. I have this video here where I walk you through exactly how to build out your marketing plan in Asana and keep it right in front of you. Keep it scheduled so that we're not letting any of those things fall through the cracks. The reason I like to do this quarterly is because things change so quickly, and it does also help us stay really relevant with our messaging. So every quarter we're kind of taking stock at where the market is, especially today when things are moving at breakneck speed and things are a very fast-paced environment. I need to make sure that every single piece of marketing I put out is going to be relevant to my audience, and it's going to really kind of address their needs, their desires, and their fears. Because that's really the power behind identifying your audience and making sure that you're speaking directly to them, right? And so that's why I like to do things quarterly, but again, there's really no right or wrong way to do this, and you can have your skeleton plan, right? So kind of identify exactly what you want to be doing and maybe build out more of the specifics by the quarter or by the month. That's something that you can do as well. So you know yourself best, do it the way that it feels right. So what do you think? 4 easy steps to just take a moment, take a breather, get a 10,000 foot view of your business, and make sure that we are really kind of cultivating the growth and nurturing the foundation of our business to continue growing in a scalable and sustainable way. These are the activities I'm telling you that are going to take you to 6 figures and beyond. And so make sure that you're spending the time to do this every 90 days, or at the very least in the mid-year and at the end of the year. And during this review, you might think, you know what, I think it's really time to bring on some help to get my business to the next level. And if that's you, I'm here for you. Let's talk. You can always book a time with me to discuss the Market Authority Academy and how we can help you grow your business this year. Don't forget to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time I'm dropping new videos just like this. And to be honest, it really helps me impact other agents across the country and beyond. I really believe that like a rising tide, we can lift all boats together, and I'm really here just to support my colleagues in the field, and your subscribing to my channel and even liking my video really helps me accomplish that, so I appreciate the support. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, keep on crushing it.